guys, so welcome back to my channel. So for today I'll be sharing with you the notebooks that I'm currently enjoying so far this year. And as you can see from the stack, there's quite a handful of editions, so if you're interested to see that, please keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, they're like this planner, this notebook that I've already shown you in my previous video, and this 3 additional little guys. As you can see, I'm kind of obsessed with small notebooks. I just recently discovered how cool they are, and that's why I'm using a handful of them now. So but first, let me give you an update on how I am going on with this notebook. I'm using it very well. I've been so much more creative with it these days because I have much more time in my hands. I think that's one thing that I noticed, is that my notebooks are the prettiest whenever I'm on vacation. And yeah, I'm currently on a break. I actually graduated. I'm technically done with all of my classes, but we wouldn't have our graduation rites until June, and at the same time I'm also preparing for my boards. So basically that's what I'm doing right now. So there's not much need for extensive to-do lists. Like, this is all that I need for my responsibilities at this point in my life. Back then I used to put my review schedule in here, but I just solely rely on this chart instead, and not be too obsessed with the topics that I will use or that I will review for each day. So yeah, this is how I'm currently using this notebook, mainly for memory keeping and just logging down some quotes or music that I'm really enjoying. I really like how dainty and cute all of the decorations are going on. I'm really into pinks right now, and I'm so obsessed with it. I would hopefully do a plan with me, or a week in my notebooks, just so that you guys can see how I decorated and how this format eventually forms at the end of the week. So this last week, I'm still haven't logged something for Sunday yet, but yeah, as you can see, the layout is very flexible. There are certain days that are just this much, and there are some days that are very full. So mainly memory keeping and just logging down the things that I'm enjoying so far. So when I look back on these entries, I think they're very fun to look at. So yeah, that's it for this notebook. I would also sometimes journal in here, but not as intense, because my journaling routine, I don't journal a lot these days. If I really want to rant, I usually type that out. I know it's kind of controversial. I'm not using a notebook anymore for longer entries, but that is just what is working for me at this point. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I also have other space where I can be creative, and that is what I will show you next. These 3 notebooks are one of my faves so far. So this one is my kind of dream, or long-term notes notebook. I will give you a brief flip through just in case you are interested. Okay, so basically it's just composed of very random stuff, like epiphanies. I started this notebook July 6, 2022. So as you can see, I use it very slowly because I'm very picky with the type of things I write in here. Usually they are very random thoughts. I like to make spreads like these, it's very much more creative, I guess, but it's very random. It's like composed of drawings, thoughts, sometimes even journal entries, but not as regularly because I don't want to fill this up quickly. Like, I want to be very intentional with this notebook. I don't know what's with it, but yeah. I also like to write with both pencil and friction pen in here. I love how they look together. And I used to do a lot of drawings in here as well. Sometimes if I feel like creating a very creative spread, this is where I do it as well. So more of like creative journaling, and but only when I feel like doing it. I'm not always motivated to do it anyway, so those kind of spreads are not really a lot. Here I have my ultimate bucket list. So yeah, this is what I tell you when I use it for long-term stuff. Like, I bookmark it because whenever I think of something that I really wanted to do someday, I write it in here. So yeah. Okay, another creative spread. I think I was watching a lot of the Coffee Monsters Goes Plan With Me with like Erin Condren, and I tried recreating that in this little tiny space, and I really like how it turned out. But I only did it for like one night just because I wanted to, and I have like so much creative juices and I just wanted to get it out. That's why I did it in here. So some more creative spreads. K-pop, but I stopped doing that in here because I have a separate notebook for that in here. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I like to draw and combine journaling. That's like one of my most favorite ways to journal, just combining words and illustrations together. I think they're so cool. Here's another list, and yeah, I kind of put a mark on things that, or notes that I want to look back on. Another creative spread, another minimalist spread, and this is like a cool spread about like a certain day because I think I really enjoyed that day. And here's a schedule for like a Pilates retreat that I saw online because I'm really into Pilates these days. And yeah, I think this is a very magical schedule if you would actually live through it. And then some thoughts, random thoughts, and that's it. I have a few pages left, and at the back I also keep these index cards because at some point I got really into putting my favorite quotes into index cards, just like this. So yeah, they're inspired by Megan Rhiannon's videos where she uses like an index card to kind of collect quotes and stuff. So she's like one of my favorite YouTubers, so the moment I saw her doing that, I immediately copied her. And yeah, these are some of the quotes that I just really like these days. That's why I keep them in this notebook. So yeah, that's it for this notebook. It's a combination of all things that I like, whether be it lists, just random thoughts, and if I wanted to be creative journaling, I do it in here, but I don't do it regularly. That's why I'm very slow in using this notebook. So yeah, that's it for this notebook. Now I will show you this one. It's my K-pop. I've been reading to 17 these days, and I'm kind of learning. But having quite a few realizations as I'm with them or like studying them. So hopefully this is where I would put all of all of those thoughts. Yeah, I'm hoping to kind of journal the way I do in here, similarly in here. So just a combination of pencil and fiction pen, and not be too obsessed with like the decorative aspect in it. Or heck, I could just like, you know, write in pencil, because if my emotions are kind of strong, I wanted to capture them as quickly as I can. So yeah, initially I was using this notebook as my I was trying to make a book of shadows, but I fell behind it, and so yeah, I thought why just not flip it and use it as my K-pop journal, right? So that's it for this notebook. There aren't much because I just started it literally last week, I think. Yeah, it's Feb 18, so there aren't much entries yet, but I'm so excited to fill this up. And lastly, the most recent notebook that I got, this one. I actually bought two set of notebooks in here because I'm hoping to, like, this one is about to run out already, and I'm hoping to use this as my next notebook, but it's so thick. Like, the paper is so thick for it, like I hate it. So I thought why just not use it for drawings and art. So for some reason, the moment I got this notebook, which is like last week, I got the feeling of wanting to create again, which is like very rare, because it's been years since I felt like I wanted to use my watercolors again. So yeah, this is the place that I do it. I've had it for a few days already. I've only had it for a few days, but there's quite a handful of drawings already. They aren't the prettiest, but I just let myself be creative in it. Like, I've been discovering a lot of cool artists these days, and I just have this urge to recreate their works. So yeah, whenever I feel that, this is the notebook that I gravitate on. I'm very slow with sketchbooks. I think the sketchbook that I have, I've had it for 5 years already, and it's still not filled up until this day. Maybe hopefully one day I'll make a flip of that. I think it would be very interesting. But yeah, I think this is, yeah, the fact that I've already had it for 5 years, I think, is the reason why I'm not as motivated to create on it anymore. But the moment that I received this notebook, I got pretty excited again and grabbed my watercolors again, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm even thinking of buying new sets of like paints, because I really wanted to try out some really cool mediums like gouache or poster paints. Like, anyway, we're getting out of track, but yeah, this one thing that I really wanted to do this year is to, or I think just this period of my life, because I have quite a handful of time, right? So I wanted to be more creative and just take this time, or make the most out of this time, because I'm pretty scared that I won't have this like amount of free time again once I start working. Yeah, those are like some of the things that I think a lot about these days. So yeah, that's it. That's the notebooks, that's the stationery things that I'm using a lot these days. I've also ordered a bunch of new stickers, like cute stickers, because I was really inspired by the way I am planning this week. So yeah, I've just bought a lot more cute stickers, so maybe I'll do a haul for that as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.